Hey guys, it's me Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little beginner's guide to Boston. I definitely had to do some scouring, some discovering to find my favorite spots in the area. So I'm gonna make that a little easier by sharing my favorite places with you. So yeah, I'm so excited for today's video and let's get into it. I'd also like to thank Curtsy for sponsoring this week's video. Personally, I love secondhand shopping. It's one of my favorite things to do, whether it be online or in store, but Curtsy definitely makes the process a lot easier. You can either use Curtsy within the App Store or on a web browser, and you could either use the app as a shopper or a seller. So whether you're trying to get rid of some old clothes or you're looking for some new pieces, it's a great app. So with that said, I'm going to show you some of my favorite back to school pieces that I found off of Curtsy. For me personally, I love a lot of athleisure for college and going to lectures, so I mainly got athleisure pieces, but you can find a lot of more staples on the Curtsy app or website. Okay, first are these shorts from Alphalete, and I just love the way they fit, and you can get them for such a good price on Curtsy because these retail for like 60 or 70, and I believe I got these for 40, so you're getting a great deal, and these are like brand new, which is even better. Next, I got these gorgeous shorts from Navigation. Navigation, again, one of my favorite athleisure brands, and I saw this color and my jaw literally dropped. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is giving so Barbie. Next, I got this shirt from Brandy Melville. It says Red Lips Sink Ships. This is what it looks like. Again, a good pump cover for the gym, but also this with a pair of baggy jeans would be super cute. And then following that, I got another shirt from Brandy Melville as well. This one says Demon, Huntington Beach. I love the fit of this. This one is not as oversized, but it still functions as a pump cover, but also, again, with jeans, shorts, super cute. Okay, and that was my haul from Curtsy. I love everything that I got, so please check them out, whether it be, you know, on the App Store or on your web browser, because I love them. I'm constantly using their app. You can shop my closet here. I'll put it right here. I'm constantly selling stuff that I need to be gone before I go back to Boston for college. So yeah, that was my haul. You can also use my link here or link down below to access Curtsy for yourself. Okay, thank you so much to Curtsy for sponsoring this week's video, and now let's get on to my Boston favorites. First, I'm gonna start with dining, whether it be on campus or off campus. But first, I'm gonna start with on-campus dining, places that you can use your dining points. Starbucks and Dunkin' in terms of coffee are my favorite. In terms of like food and like small bites to eat, I love Saxby's and Einstein bagels. Saxby's, I feel like they're very inconsistent with their drinks, which is why I don't love them. Their food, for the most part, is consistent. Okay, and I'd say my favorite place of all time to eat on campus is Einstein bagels. My favorite thing to get is the vanilla cold brew. You have to try it at least once. It's literally like a dessert. It's so good. Again, I feel like Einstein's is probably one of the more busier places. It's in the basement of Cass, so a lot of the Cass students are going there, and I bet other people from other schools as well. So what I like to do is, like, if I'm coming back from the gym, I like to place an order then and get my things right away during that time. Now we're moving on to on-campus dining that does not take dining points, so places where you're gonna have to use your own money. My fave, Nud Pog. My favorite thing to get from there is the house fried rice, the tofu one. The prices are so justified. Like, I think a huge plate of rice is like $12, $13-ish, maybe 14. Also along those lines, Pavement, which is like right next door. Pavement is very pricey. Like, I'm gonna state that right now. I think I only get Pavement like 2 or 3 times during the semester. And I've talked about it. The Presto Pesto Bagel with the vegan egg. You gotta get it. It's my favorite thing. Last would be Beijing Cafe, super close to Warren, like literally 30 seconds away from Warren. But I've only been there once, so I don't really know what their pricing is like. Now we're going into off-campus dining, which I have a long list. First place is 163 Vietnamese Sandwich. This is my favorite place. If I'm in Chinatown, I'm going there. They only take cash, okay? Most places in Chinatown only take cash, so have cash on you. This is important. Okay, in terms of bubble tea, I have 2 places. I have Tea-Bar and Gongcha. I think Tea-Bar is more expensive than Gongcha, so, you know, you kind of have to leverage what you're looking for. My favorite place for egg tarts is the Ho Yuan Bakery. Oh my god. It's not just limited to egg tarts, but there's so many other Chinese delicacies there, and you just have to go. Super cheap. They only take cash. They're like quick. They get your order in and out, and it's very popular. So be there early, be there on time, and it's just the best. It's so delicious, and I wish I could go back right now. Now we're moving on into the $2 range. First, we're gonna start with Mai Tai Vegan Cafe. I've spoken about them so many times. They are my favorite place of all time. I feel like anything on this list, you have to go there. It is an all vegan Thai restaurant. They also have other Asian cuisines as well. I love it. It's in Chinatown. It is a little pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but you get a pretty good portion. But yeah, I absolutely love them. I wouldn't recommend getting them off Grubhub because it takes a long time because they're in Chinatown. But if you have the chance, go in person and it's delicious food. Looking out for my vegan girlies and vegetarian girlies for real. Okay, another place is Dig. I've never been to a Dig in person. I've Grubhub Dig. That was like a one-time thing. I think I showed it in my video, one of my vlogs. They have Brussels sprouts, like mac and cheese, like a bunch of American style stuff. Okay, next is Korean Garden. I've only Grubhub from them, so I don't know what it's like inside. I showed it in one of my videos. I got a bibimbap and also the pancake, and that was pretty good, and it came super fast considering it was Grubhub. I think it's because it's in the Alston area, so if you want to go there, just take the green line. Also in Alston is the Grasshopper vegan restaurant. I also only Grubhub from there. They're not my favorite, to be honest. Not really flavorful, not my favorite place. I don't think I'd go back, but if you want to try it, you can try it. It's all vegan, so that's a plus. Next place is Beatnik. I think this is in the Back Bay area. It's near the Boston Public Library. It's an all vegan, like American style takeout kind of restaurant place. It's super cute inside. It reminds me a lot of Los Angeles for some reason. Like, it's very LA coded, but yeah, they have like burgers and other stuff. I featured it in my orientation video. I think it's good, and it's a good, cute place to stop by. Next place is the Shindo Ramen. This is near the Alston area as well. It's very small, I will say, but if you're in the mood for ramen, I feel like it's the closest place where you can get good, authentic ramen. There were not a lot of vegan and vegetarian options, so beware of that. I haven't gone back since the first time I went, but you know, I figured I'd include that. Next place is Backdoor Donuts, which is near Loretta's. I don't know if they're still open because they were a limited time thing. I've featured them once in my video, and their stuff is insanely good. I got the apple fritter, and I feel like this belongs more in the $3 sign category, but it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. I don't know if they're still there, but if they are, definitely take advantage of that. I just know it's a limited time frame, so I'm not sure if they're still there. Okay, next is La Neta. I'm definitely not saying that right, but it's a Mexican restaurant on Newbury Street. Oh my actual god, if you are in the mood for Mexican food, you have to go here. It is insanely good. It comes in like a cast iron skillet, and you get like your refried beans or rice, and it's delicious. I definitely want to go back. If you're shopping on Newbury, stop by. I absolutely love everything there. Okay, next is Froyo World. This is in the Alston area. This is the closest Froyo place, I believe, to Warren Towers, which is kind of weird because you have to take the T. It's Froyo. It's good. I go there with my roommate, and it's just the best time. I don't know if I'll go there as much because I'm going to be much farther away, but yeah, if you're in the mood for Froyo, I highly recommend going there. There's really nowhere else to go unless if you want to cross the river and go to Cambridge, but yeah. Last place is Noodle Street. This is on campus. Their pricing is pretty good. Serving sides are pretty good as well. The owner's super nice, and it's, again, a really chill spot. And you can go there by yourself, you can go there with a friend. Like, it just feels like a very comfortable place. And yeah, it's super close to Warren if you're living in Warren next semester. Now we're moving on to the $3 signs. I've only have 4 places here because I don't have the budget for that. First one is Terra. This is in the Prudential Center. This is like in the Italy area. It's expensive. Like, I went with my roommate. I have a get ready with me on my channel of going there actually, so you can check that out. I'll link it on the screen right now. If you don't make a reservation, you're not gonna go. Like, that's it, simply. If you don't have a reservation, you're not gonna get in. So that's the general overall consensus. The food is like mid. I think I'd only go back for the vibes. Like, it's super, super pretty in there and super cute. I'd like to go during like the brunch hour because there's a lot of plants, so if you're into that, it's cute. But we got there during dinner time, and I feel like it was just a little overwhelming and crowded. But yeah, the only thing I could eat on the menu was like marinara sauce with cheese. It was good, but it was expensive. So yeah, it was a one-time kind of thing. I feel like me and my roommate mainly did it to kind of dress up, take pictures. Next is Time Out Market. This is near the Fenway area. Don't go when BU tells everyone to go during like the first year type stuff. Go on your own terms. I've never been there on my own terms because I'm freaking traumatized from Time Out Market. But you know, there's a lot of different cuisines, small vendors, and you can try a lot of things. This is Mike's Pastry. This is like, you just have to do it while you're in Boston. Like, if you're not doing it, are you actually a Bostonian? The one I went to was near Government Center. Like, I took the Boston College line all the way down to Gov Center, and then I don't know if they call it Little Italy. Do they call it Little Italy in Boston? But it's a Little Italy. I'm from New York, so that's what we call it. But yeah, you just go there, get cannolis. It's gonna be crowded because it's such a tourist attraction, but just go once. It's a good time. Go with your friends, again. Don't get lost. I don't really think you can get lost because it's a straight line down. But yeah, I think it's much fun going with friends, and my favorite thing to do, go during Christmas time, go during like December, because they have the lights up. It's super cute. It feels like a little hometown kind of movie. Last is Veggie Galaxy. This is in the Cambridge area, so you're gonna have to cross the bridge by taking the bus or Ubering, whatever you prefer. This is like, I love Veggie Galaxy with a passion. It's just an all vegan American diner style restaurant, and it is so good. It's pricey, but I will say this is the one place I feel like is worth your money. If you're a vegan person, like, go there. It's very, very crowded. I don't know if they take reservations, but if they do make one, it's crowded at all times. It's never not crowded. Again, it's my favorite place on earth, and it's in one of my vlogs, so check that out. Okay, we're moving on to supermarkets because it's important. I feel like as a freshman, going grocery shopping may not be as important, but I love grocery shopping. I love choosing out my own things. So I've compiled a list, and these are my favorites. We have Star Market. Star Market is just your basic average grocery store. There's one near Fit Rec, and it's near like the dollar store. If you're in West, it's a lot more convenient. If you're in Warren, it's not really convenient because you have to either walk or take the T or bike. So it's a bit further, but it's just your average grocery store. Next we have City Convenience, which is the convenience store. Obviously it's not a supermarket, but it's the closest you're gonna get to one at a convenience kind of level. You can use your dining points there, which is good. But yeah, they don't have a lot of stuff, but if you're in a pinch and if you're hungry, I think they're a good spot. Okay, now we're moving on to my more favorite grocery stores. Next is Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is my favorite place on planet Earth. While I was in Warren, I went to the one in the Cambridge area. So what I do was I'd bike across the bridge and I'd get there. You could also take the bus, or you can also walk. I've walked also. If it's nice weather, highly recommend walking. And yeah, it's just your average Trader Joe's, but I think I'd recommend going to the Brookline one more because you can take the T, which is probably more accessible for most people. Next is H Mart. The H Mart I went to while I was on campus was the one in Cambridge across the bridge, but they are opening one up in Brookline. I don't know when. Hopefully it is already opened. I know it's gonna be crowded next semester, so a little scared for that, but H Mart, one of my favorite places on earth, and I'm so glad that there's one here in Brookline now because don't have to cross the bridge to get there anymore. Okay, Japanese supermarket is the Maruichi Food Plus Deli. I discovered this place on a whim because I was like, oh my god, I really want to go to a Japanese supermarket. And this is the closest one. It's in the Brookline area. From Warren Towers, I think what I did was I took the Government Center line to the Fenway stop, and then I took Cleveland Circle to get there. I'm not sure, Google Maps it, but it's one of my favorite places. I'm so excited to go back next semester. They not only have like beauty stuff, but they also have food. It's great. You feel like you're in Japan for like 2 seconds. Chinese grocery store, the Super 88 Market. This is all the way down, so take the Green Line B all the way down. But you know, Chinese supermarket, gotta love it. Super cheap prices. And if you want like frozen food or just like snacks, love that place. Very affordable as well. Next, we're getting into shopping. I am a shopping connoisseur, so I got your back on this one. First is Newbury Street. This is like New York Soho. Like, this is your shopping street. Everyone goes to Newbury, and it's just great. You just walk in a straight line, you go there as like a day activity or mid-afternoon. There's so many shops. You got like Urban, Brandy, Zara, Lulu, all those places. It's just the hub for shopping, I feel like. I'm not gonna list out, you know, every single store, but you know, it's just your basic average commercial shopping, and there's some good restaurants along the way. Okay, next place for shopping would be the Cambridge area. I feel like the Cambridge area has a lot more vintage and antique and thrifting, so if you're into that, I'd highly recommend going there. You are going to have to take public transport if you're from, you know, the BU area. You're gonna have to go across the river, so that's something to keep in mind. But I go there like a couple times, so I haven't been there a lot, but I definitely want to go there more next semester because I feel like there's just so much to explore in that area. But I think the only concern I have personally is transport, so yeah. Okay, next is the Garment District. This is in the Cambridge area. I've spoken about it so many times. My favorite place to thrift, and you gotta go to Buy the Pound. My favorite. No words needed. Next is the Prudential Center. This is like the big mall, I feel like, in my Boston area. It's near Newbury Street, and it has like not my favorite stores, but it has a big Sephora, and it has Aritzia. I don't know if it closed down, but I feel like it's a little more on the upper end when it comes to shopping. So not a lot of affordable places, but I think it's a good place to check out, you know, as a student, as a visitor. So yeah, that's my recommendation. And along those lines is the Copley Place. This is another mall, again, on the higher end scale, but I think it's a good place to discover. They have an Aritzia there, that's all I remember, and a Victoria's Secret. Like, that's literally all I remember. But yeah, I think it's just an okay place. Okay, and last place I have is Primark. It's a fun time. Cheap clothing. If you're looking for clothing on a budget, I highly recommend going. The one I went to is near, I think it's near Chinatown. I'm not sure, so I want to say the Boylston stop. Again, search it up before going, but it's a huge Primark. There's a lot of things to choose from. Last category is activities, being like active stuff, stuff to watch, museums, etc. Okay, first is Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike is the bowling place that is the nearest to Warren Towers, and it is very expensive. It is so overpriced. Bowling in the city is overpriced because they don't have the actual area to build like a huge place. Like, they have to pay so much money for a small renting place, so it's going to be expensive. But the one thing I recommend is going with a bunch of friends, because at Lucky Strike, I think after the 6th or 7th person that bowls, the rest of the people bowl for free. So go with multiple people, but you know, there's going to be a time limit and you're gonna end up spending like a little bit of money, I'm not gonna lie. So I only went there once during my time, but I am an avid bowler. Like, I love bowling. Like, bowling is so much fun, especially with friends. So I think go once and you'll be good. Next place is Fenway Park. I think this is obvious, to see the Red Sox play. If you're a student, sign up for Student Nines, you get tickets for a discount, and I think it's a good thing to go to. I personally never went, which I regret. I'm definitely gonna go my sophomore year. I just never went. I don't know why, but definitely go during the baseball season. Okay, next is Agganis Arena for the hockey games. Obviously, BU is a hockey school. Like, you gotta go to a hockey game, whether it be 1 or 10. That's it. The sports pass is included. You can cancel it, but then that means your tickets are gonna be more expensive. So it kind of just depends on how much you're gonna go to a game. You have to go to the BU BC game. If you don't show up, are you even a student at BU? Be there early and leave a little early, I'd recommend too. If you know that your school is winning, just leave. Like, transportation gets so complicated during the BUBC game, so just make sure you're getting home safe. That's the most important thing. Next is the Boston Public Library. This is a tourist attraction, so beware. I went there to study once, and I feel like that's the only time I'll go to study. It's not my favorite place to study because it is a tourist attraction. So while you're studying, people are gonna be walking around you, looking at things, and it's very crowded, so it's just all up to your personal preference. But I think it's a good study spot, and be sure to get a Boston Public Library card so you can take out books if you're a physical reader. There's like a really cute courtyard area that's great for pictures, and it's just very I don't know how to explain it, sophisticated. Okay, next is the Seaport area. This, with transportation, I think it's a lot more complicated. I only went with my parents because that's when we had a car, but in that area there's good amount of shopping, good amount of like things to do. I feel like it's very urban compared to the rest of Boston. So yeah, and then also during the wintertime there's Snowport, which is like the winter mart, and I think I want to go during this winter time because I did not get a chance to go last time.
Editing Gwen here. The next place that I wanted to mention was the ICA. I accidentally said IFA in the video, so apologies about that. The ICA. Coming up next.
So it's a museum, but then also it comes with a boat ride to another part of the museum, so you get to go like over like a body of water, which is super cool. Okay, and that concludes my final list of my Boston to-dos, etc. Going back to school is very soon, so I'm excited for all of you guys to explore Boston. I'm excited for me to explore it furthermore. I hope this list helped you. I'll try to put everything on the screen. If I do forget, you can comment, and if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want another one, please let me know, and then we'll see you in the next one. Bye!